Hey, you wonder what happened if Miami Hotline and Super Hot had a baby? Well, now you know, and the answer is VHSoverdose. If you're not familiar with these games, then this is a top-down twin-stick shooter where you're as weak as the enemies you are fighting. The spin they've put on it is that you have a counter to complete your missions, and this is counting down, and you need to keep killing people to keep the counter going up. So for the first 30 minutes of gameplay, I fell in love with this game, so let's get some wins out the way. The graphics of the game I love, combining PlayStation era graphics with a neon colour scheme and keeping the graphics simple here adds to the immersion and keeping you focused on the red danger coming rather than cluttering your visual space. Even the thought behind leaving some of the graphics in just wireframe really did make this a win for me, so win. The story starts to tell you a boy and his love of his briefcase and a world that will not accept them. Just kidding. You start as a young person who is told that you are autistic and offered drugs, and you meet some dolphins and become the saviour of the universe. Okay, let's get that win up off the bat start. But then the story just fades after a few quests and turns into a stupid joke with lines that could have been some deep meaning but are just nonsense. So, real sin there for getting my hopes up. Yeah, look, you play someone called Boxhead who's a crack smoker, isn't that funny? Oh, the music in this game, I love. Win. Alright, let's get this straight. I like difficult games and the sense of winning that comes from regressing in them. But what do we all hate? That's right, artificial difficulty. You get stuck on everything in this game, from walls to the enemies, and it just adds frustration. When a game's about moving and hitting, when moving is interrupted continually, it sucks all the fun away. The combat in the game is weak. One thing that makes Hotline such a good game is that when you swing and shoot, you hit. With this suggestive attack system, I just keep getting annoyed with the game, and when I die, the game turns into a bang in your head exercise where all I keep doing is just trying and trying and trying again to get through the level, but where one thing that works previously, because the hits don't quite work this time, that then doesn't work, which means any thought that you could put into the game is then sucked away from that, so sin. The game also has a secondary attack, but let's see how useful it is. So when I start running, that's when I've hit the button. Why does it take so long? What is even the point in that? Sin. So poor level designs cramps the game with bright lights just becoming a blinding at points. Scenery just ends up getting in the way, again showing very poor thought that's gone into the design of this game. The game's respawning system is just ridiculous. It just spawns you right here in front of enemies and it's just like, go. If it just put you a little bit back or a little bit closer to the start, at least then you could have some thought about what went wrong previously in the game and maybe approach it from a different angle, but no, it just throws you in again and again and again and straight into action, which when you're one-hit deathing gets very annoying very quickly, especially because it doesn't instantly load. So sin for that lack of thought. In conclusion, I love some of the thoughts in this game, but to recommend this would need an adult to rewrite the story, and the engine would need to be completely reworked to make the mechanics actually fun. So bad story, bad game, yeah, I'd recommend this. No, of course I wouldn't. Verdict, burn in hell. And if you'd like to be kept up to date with all the latest games that no one else can be bothered to cover, then give us a click on that sexy subscribe button and make your game knowledge 100%.